What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we've got a little something special. We've got the brand new Powerbeats in the house. Now, these were just announced and leaked quite a bit more before that, but they are here nonetheless. And a lot of people are calling these the Powerbeats 4, but interestingly enough, there's no 4 on the box. These are just the new Powerbeats. And today we're gonna go over everything there is to know about them. But let's start off with a quick unboxing so you guys can see everything that's included inside the box. Now, once you get your hands on these, of course, you'll have to get through some plastic and then remove a few layers of boxes, but then you will have access to the Powerbeats themselves. Now, these look very similar to the Powerbeats Pro, but we'll get into that in a second. But once you put the Powerbeats aside, you get access to a few more accessories. On the left side, you'll get access to a few ear tips. You, of course, get a small, another pair of medium and large tips. And on the right side, you have your Lightning to USB cable so that you can go ahead and charge the earbuds. And as you guys can see on the packaging, if you charge these up for 5 minutes, you get over an hour of battery life. And right behind the ear tips and the cable, you'll find all of your paperwork. So if you want your quick start guide or even the sticker, this is where you access it. But behind all of that, you'll find the travel pouch. And I gotta say, compared to all the other Beats products out there, this is probably the flimsiest pouch that they've come out with, but it definitely will get the job done, and it even has a little drawstring so that you can close the Powerbeats up inside of them. And this is pretty much everything that you get inside of the box, but now we gotta talk about those Powerbeats. But here we have them, guys. These are the new Powerbeats, and interestingly enough, these aren't the Powerbeats 4, like I said before, these are just the Powerbeats, and this kind of makes sense. So Apple also has the Powerbeats Pro. So you have your standard version with these, and then your Pro version, which are truly wireless earbuds. So these have the cable in the back, which I am actually pretty glad that they changed up a bit. With the Powerbeats 3, the cable was not on the hook, and this can finally clear up for anyone who was confused and used to wear the earbuds like this. This is not how you do it, folks. This ain't it. It goes in the back. You put them on like this. So you see, it makes sense. Sorry, it's a small pet peeve of mine when everyone is wearing it like this. It's like, so you see them in the street and you're like, put that cable behind your neck. But with my little rant aside, yes, these are the baby versions of the Powerbeats line. Over here, we have the Powerbeats Pro. And like I said, truly wireless earbuds versus the one with a cable. Now, these will retail for $250, while these go for $150. So $249.99, $149.99. So if you don't mind having the cable, maybe you like to go to the gym and work out and the cable is actually helpful, or you just don't want to lose one of these little earbuds, these are a really nice option, and they cost $100 less. So what's nice is, like, if you're at the gym and you want to take something out your ears or wherever you may be, you still can leave these around your neck and do whatever you have to do without worrying about losing it. These, once you take them out, you kind of want to put them right back in their case. You don't want to lose them. You want them to be where they belong. And this just gives you a little bit more flexibility. Carl's shaking his head like, yeah. Now, there are a few differences here with the Powerbeats versus the Powerbeats Pro. On the left ear tip, you have this power button up top. The B doesn't have any functionality. It's not a button, unlike the Powerbeats Pro. And with the right one, you have your volume controls, and the B works as like your play, pause, answer calls button, all that good stuff. So it's not ambidextrous like the Powerbeats Pros over here. These have some pretty basic functionality, but it's interesting because you no longer have that inline remote on the cable. It's all in the ear tips. One feature that I found that is missing from these, which is pretty disappointing, is when you pull one of these out of your ear, it doesn't automatically pause the music. As you guys can see over here, there are no sensors like on the Powerbeats Pro. So you're not going to be able to get that pause feature even when you take one of these out. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like they should have kept that, but I guess that's why, we've got that $100 less price tag. But man, that's a feature that I feel like would be useful even with this corded design. And also, unlike the Powerbeats Pro, which uses a travel case to charge, you guys saw in the unboxing, it comes with a lightning cable, and you use that lightning cable right here under the right earbud. So that's where you charge it. And these will actually give you up to 15 hours of battery life, which is 3 more hours than the Powerbeats 3. So you have a substantial increase there. And it actually is 15 versus about 9 on these guys. But of course, you get extra charges with these with the case, which will total about 24 hours. That's still not bad. For this being the only thing you need to carry around and you get 14 hours, that's pretty solid. I actually think that's the most we've seen on a pair of earbuds like this that you can put around the neck and all that. 15 hours is really, really high. And I did listen to these and I will say they sound very, very similar. If there are any differences, I think the average person is not going to really be able to tell them right away. Even for me right now, I think they do sound pretty much the same. What you can pretty much expect out of these are really clear vocals. You'll get some really strong bass. Now, the bass isn't overpowered, don't get me wrong. These are Beats, but I think it's pretty safe to say by now that Beats no longer has that reputation of overpowering bass where you just can't hear anything else. The audio quality from these are as superb as you'd expect it for the price tag. Carl, you got the Powerbeats Pro. What you think of those?
I love them.
Yeah, there you go. But all jokes aside, if you're coming from something like the standard AirPods and you wanted to pick something up like this, you will definitely see an increase in quality. So what Apple's doing here is actually pretty impressive in terms of the sound quality, battery life. The design, I'm gonna have to wait on that one because I'm not a huge fan of the comfort when it comes to these earbuds. These actually feel pretty good to me until about an hour's worth of usage. Then I start to get some ear fatigue. Carl, you have them. What do you think? Can you wear these for long periods of time?
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever?
I mean, but after 5 hours, it was like, oh, my ears.
5 hours, that's a long time though. But that's just normal. That's normal ear fatigue. So your mileage may vary. For me personally, it does tend to hurt my ears after a little bit. These are a bit thicker when it comes to the actual ear hooks than the Powerbeats Pro. So that may be a factor in terms of how long you'll be able to wear them. But as of right now, I do think that these are a really, really solid package, and Apple's doing a pretty good job, especially at this price point. And we all know the Powerbeats are a workout earbud. These are also IPX4 rated, so that means sweat and water resistance is here, so you can use this in the gym and not worry about breaking them. You absolutely need that on a pair of workout earbuds. And these things are also packing Apple's H1 chip, so if you're trying to pair it with your phone or your tablet, it's gonna make that first pairing process really simple. You just press like a single button and you're done. And not only that, you also get the ability to say, and have it automatically activate right from the earbuds without having to press anything. Siri's on it. I shouldn't have said anything. So of course you do get some added benefits if you're using an Apple device with these. Being able to use them across all of their devices is just a lot simpler. But if you have an Android device, I think that these are more than fine as an option to use as a standalone pair of earbuds. You just don't get that ability to call out your voice assistant if you're gonna use these with Android. Now the question is, if Apple's making such amazing earbuds like the Powerbeats Pro and of course the new Powerbeats, what does that mean for the AirPods? Does this mean that the Powerbeats are here to replace the AirPods line? I don't think so. I think these are targeting different people. These are definitely targeting people who like to work out and then some, while the AirPods are just for people who want just casual listening. The AirPods Pro are for those people who want a few more features, active noise canceling and the transparency mode. So I think between these and something like the AirPods Pro, there are some real differentiators. These are obviously a lot bigger. These are smaller, more compact, have those features that I was talking about. So these are two different things altogether. But when it comes to these and some regular AirPods, while I think these are going to sound a lot better, if you don't want to go through the hassle of walking around with like the extra cable, or you don't need the ear hook, the AirPods fit fine, you might be worth trading off the sound quality for the convenience. AirPods are slightly even more expensive than these, but you really can't beat convenience when it comes to everyday usage. So do I feel like Beats are trying to creep on the AirPods territory? There may be a little bit of overlap here and there, but for the most part, they all feel like pretty separate products. It's just a matter of what works for you. But as of right now, the new Powerbeats are definitely a really good option at only 150 bucks, even though that is still expensive. But compared to everything else, it's on the cheaper end of those 4 different products. Now, interestingly enough, these cost 150 while the Powerbeats 3 cost 200 bucks. So it's interesting that Apple came out with a newer, better product, but even less money. And I feel like Apple's been doing a lot of the right moves lately when it comes to like the pricing and giving consumers just what they want. So this is definitely a better move than getting the Powerbeats 3. Now in terms of color options, we're looking at black, white, and of course the red that you see here. But let me know what you guys think. Are the new Powerbeats something that you're interested in? If they are, let me know with a comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you can kind of see how different these are compared to everything else that's already out by Apple. And if you enjoyed this video, be the cool guy or girl that gives it a thumbs up, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. Oh, by the way, these go on sale on March 18th. So that's when they're officially available, which should be tomorrow when we release this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What we really need are some new Beats Studio wireless. Listening, Apple?